Konnichiwa. My name is Rohit Shiv Prasad and I'm the founder of RSPinJAPAN. Today we are going to continue with the particles. So let's begin. In today's video, we are going to learn about the particles of Japanese language, the ones that we did not cover in the previous video. If you have not already watched the video, please watch it so that this video can continue in the reference. In our previous video, we had covered subject markers and destination particles or purpose particles, which are subject markers wa and ga, and destination or purpose particles, which are ni and a. Next, let's talk about to. To particle can be used as with, and it also can be used as and. For example, watashi to ototo, which means me and my smaller brother. Then we have a similar use like I like coffee and tea. I can say kohi to kocha ga suki desu. Let's move on to the next usage, which is with. When I say with, it's usually when two people are talking, or if you're going along with someone, like a trip or something like that. So when I say that, it means, if we take an example, I will go abroad with my parents. It would simply be kazoku to gaikoku e ikimasu. Also, it can be used when two people are talking. Suppose if I am talking with my younger brother, I can say that ototo to hanashite imasu. Now let's talk about they particles. They particles have various meanings when it comes to context, which means that it is used to show the means of doing something. Can be anything. Now, let's just say if I'm eating with a spoon, or I am eating using a spoon, I would naturally just say that spoon de tabemasu. Using the spoon I'm eating it, that's why I would use de particle. Next, we have okane de haraimasu or credito de haraimasu, which means that I will pay with cash or I will pay with credit card. Now, de particle can also be used if you're going with train or you're using a car for traveling or taxi. You can just say taxi de ikimasu or kuruma de ikimasu. Similarly, now just like to particle, they particle also has many usages. First one was the means of doing something. The second one is if you want to define or indicate a place of doing an action. For example, eating at a restaurant. The action here is eating, and I'm doing it at a restaurant, which means I can say restaurant de tabemasu. If I'm studying in a university, I would be saying daigaku de benkyou shite imasu. The next one that I'm going to discuss is not a particle, but it is used at the end of sentences. For example, if you see ka written at the end of the sentence, it means that the sentence is a question. For example, genki desu ka? Ikura desu ka? Or o namae wa nan desu ka? These are all questions. Now what happens here is, in English or Hindi, let's talk about English first. When we say, we usually have a word which defines the question. For example, how or what. In Hindi, there are words like kya, kyun. But in Japanese language, it's not like that. Sometimes, like for example, let's just take a sentence which means how are you, right? But the Japanese phrase for it is o genki desu ka or genki desu ka. Now in this, there is no how, where or words that define question. Instead, there is just a letter at the end which is ka, which denotes that the whole sentence is a question. If that sentence would rather be genki desu, which is actually the answer of the question, that I am fine. only one letter changes a sentence into a question. That will be all for the video for particles. I hope you have learned a lot today. Please subscribe to stay updated. Thank you.